And this is going to be game 3 on the GSL Terminus SE. This is the version that does not allow extreme 3-base turtling because of those rocks at the 3rd base. We do have Big Bu for Team Chaos Theory and Tenry U RH for Team Relentless Heroes. And looks like we've got a Protoss versus Random, so we'll see what he spawns at is in just a second to know exactly what matchup we're going to be seeing. And it looks like we have Tenry U RH as the Terran player. It's going to be the yellow Terran player versus our teal or bluish, sky bluish Protoss player. Nice little plug there, www.relentlessheroes.com. I'll have that link below for you in the chat in case you want to check out chaostheory.com. Is that real? I should have links to these on our site then. Both players doing a good job of plugging their teams, and of course I'll do a good job of plugging myself. Check out my YouTube channel at youtube.com/AgeOfStarcraft2 if you are interested in additional casts from me. I have my Twitter channel at twitter.com/AgeOfStarcraft. There's no 2 on that one, and we do have Big Bu moving out with his first probe, going to be scouting this humongous map, and it looks like our Protoss player is going to have to expand towards our Terran player, allowing for the possibility of extremely effective drops. And we've got an SCV moving out to the front to possibly drop down okay, never mind. There's that supply depot. My game timing is a little bit off right now. Looks like we have a barracks coming up for Tenry U and a gateway on the way for Big Bu. He has his probe continuously moving about the map right now. Going to be checking the next expansion to see where his opponent has spawned, as well as to check what race he is. So actually right now he's walling off because he doesn't know if his opponent has spawned as Zerg, which is a pretty big deal considering that there's a lot of different build orders against each race, and against Zerg you need this up here, but against Terran or Protoss, this being up here is actually a risk to your gateway being taken out by early pressure. And our Terran player is finally scouting with his SCV. It looks like he will be scouting in the right direction, so both players will scout each other at approximately the same time. The first Marine is on the way for Tenry U. His orbital command is also on the way, and a cybernetics core is coming up for Big Bu, is starting mining from the first gas. We'll see if he decides, there it is, taking the second gas to be able to expand or to be able to tech. And the probe going to be making its way in here. That Marine, if microed properly, will be able to take out the probe before it gets inside. But it does manage to see the tech lab, does not manage to see both gases to see what's going on over here. And it looks like another SCV coming out to build another barracks. We'll see if he decides to do some sort of pressure. It looks like he's going to be waiting for Stimpack for at least 170 seconds. The SCV from Tenry U actually continuing to scout across the map. Has not seen his opponent as of yet. I'm trying to press the vision button. There it is. He has not seen his opponent right now. And our Protoss player is getting up his warp gate research as well as his first stalker. It is rallied across the map to perhaps do a little bit of damage before any sort of marauder is out on the field. However, he can get a marauder, opting to mainly build Marines. Looks like he's saving the gas for his factory, getting the second refinery up. And the second barracks, we'll see if he decides to go for there it is, a reactor on the way, and perhaps we'll see a marauder real soon. But that first stalker is now going to be making its way across the map. Where is it? There he is, making its way across the map, and a Big Bu now grabbing his expansion. SCV over here is going to get picked off by that stalker, and going to be denying a little bit of spotting there for Tenry U. He does have the bunker that will finish up in time now thanks to that stalker chasing after that SCV. Looks like the SCV is lucky to get away, and the stalker is going to be advancing upon this bunker, which will soon be loaded up with those Marines and prevent that stalker from doing any sort of damage. Looks like that stalker will be repelled, and the SCV is going to be able to get in here and see that expansion. Robotics facility coming up for Big Bu. He has those two additional gateways, so Our Terran player knows that this is a really fast expansion. He can probably deduct that it is a 1-gate expand, as we do see here, and there is this very heavy tech coming out from Big Bu, so he's going to be a little bit short on units for a certain period of time, and Tenryu can hit during that time and probably do a lot of damage. He now has Marauders out on the field. He is getting supply blocked on a lot, actually. So we'll see how he decides to pull this off. There's a couple of probes now transferring to the natural expansion. The warp gates are now open, so he will be able to reinforce relatively quickly. Another gateway coming up. That robotics facility immediately starting an observer. And it looks like Tenryu is not looking to grab that expansion of his own. He's going to be pushing off of this one base. He's getting a lot of Marines and Marauders out onto the field, waiting for yet another medevac, conserving that gas so that he can get additional Marauders out onto the field. Lots of sentries out for Big Bu, and he's going to need to hold this push off if he wants to survive for the remainder of this game. He does have his 4 warp gates. In comparison to these 2 barracks, however, this barracks here is producing at double capacity. He has salvaged the bunker and is now moving out across the map, and that observer is going to make there a little bit too late for him to be able to chrono boost all of his gateways to get out a big round of units. Robotics Bay on the way. This is going to make him so vulnerable right now. There's only 4 sentries and 2 zealots, and this push over here could end the game for our Protoss player and give the win to Team Relentless Heroes. And looks like that Stalker is seeing the push and is now backing up. We should be seeing chrono boost down on all of the gateways. 2 gases being taken at the natural expansion, and those medevacs and units are getting really close. He needs to hold this off. He needs to warp in more units. What is he doing? Oh no, this push could end the game because there's not much over here. Now warping in a couple more zealots to join the force. A Stalker joining it as well. And here comes the push. A stim pack going down. Force field being thrown up. He needs to get up perfect force fields and another round of units if he wants to hold this off. Another force field is going to trap a couple of Marines, but the medevacs do hot lift them out of there. So we do have a standoff here, but our Terran army is starting to push forward. Breaking that pylon down will prevent him from getting additional reinforcements really quickly. All of the zealots getting eaten up, and additional zealots spawning here only to get free shots off on them. And this push is doing plenty of damage. A few zealots here not going to be enough, and those stalkers going down very quickly. All the probes getting pulled off the line, perhaps being sent back into the main base. Chrono Boost going down on the gateways, trying to get up as many units as possible, but his money is just so high he's unable to hold this off. He needs a force field on the ramp. There it is. Going to prevent that from flying. Well, it's going to fly into the main. The first Colossus is out on the field, but he can easily pick that off, dropping the Marines and the Marauders directly on that Colossus, and that Colossus quickly goes down, and all of the units are done for Big Bu, and this game goes to Team Relentless Heroes. And it looks like Chaos Theory will be able to choose the map for Game 4.